From Grossinger Motors Arena in downtown Bloomington, it's Illinois State Redbird Hockey on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel, presented by Young America Realty of Normal, Team Automotive and Tire in Normal, Prairie Signs in Normal, Morris Avenue Garage Bloomington, Midwest Equipment throughout Central Illinois and in Normal, Grosso's Garage Bloomington, and DP Doe in Normal. And once again, a very pleasant good evening from the garage at Grossinger Motors Arena. Tonight it's a Division II matchup, a rematch of a game from last night. Last night, these two teams met up over at the venerable University of Illinois Ice House, where the Illinois State Redbirds came away victorious in that contest, defeating the University of Illinois Fighting Illini by the final score of 4-2. Tonight, same two teams, different venue, different ice surface. It's Grossinger Motors Arena and Illinois State renewing their rivalry. A very pleasant good evening from Grossinger Motors Arena. L.A. Decker with you as the Illinois State Redbirds bring a 4-3-0-1 record, good for 8 points so far in the season. Hit against Bill Crawford's Illinois Fighting Illini team at 3-2-0-0, good for 6 points on the year. In that contest last night, which of course Illinois State victorious again by the final score of 4-2, of the 6 goals scored in the game, 5 of the 6 were power play goals, so special teams were very vital for both teams in the contest last night, and we look for that again tonight. Good matchup in goal tonight between our two goaltenders. Starting in goal for the University of Illinois, it will be Tyler Wardell, a .354 goals against average and a .875 save percentage, giving up 8 goals in 136 minutes of ice time so far this season. He'll be opposed by Michael Leonard for Illinois State, a .301 goals against average and a .918 save percentage, allowing just 9 goals in 180 minutes of ice time. Illinois State, well, you can't call it the War on 74 because that's Bradley, Illinois State. We'll have to come up with a name for it. You know what? Come up with a name for it. Put in the comments. Like, share, subscribe to the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel and get all your Illinois State Hockey updates and information right here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. We're getting set for face-off. The starting lineups and the opening face-off are coming up in just a few moments from Grossinger Motors Arena, Illinois and Illinois State, right here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel.
Turn the level way up till it's high voltage. We gon' light them up, make the world take notice. When the game face on, then it's game over. You a witness and a force to be reckoned. Grinding for greatness, proving and tasking. Ruling the rest cause the movement's electric. This is our house and it's built by legends, yeah. If they coming for the spot, tell them let's rock. Standing like a brick wall to your best shot. Ain't a victory that can't be won when you're rocking with a city made of champions. Come on! It's time to bring the make the ground shake when we go. Come on! When we strike down, what you gon' do? Come on! Make the ground shake when we go. Let's go! Let's go! We gon' bring the power, get the place jumping. Time to get louder, show them who running. We gon' bring the power, get the place jumping. Time to get louder, show them who run. Got the whole city riding, and we rising. Yeah, the vibe's so alive, we electrifying. Better sound the alarm when you see the squadron. Once we hit them with the storm, it ain't no stopping. This is what legends are made of. The name's been engraved, we the history makers. Put the work down, now our banners are raised up. Right now you're dealing with a force of nature. Come on, come on. It's time to bring the thunder.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grossinger Motors Arena and tonight's ACHA Division II matchup between the visiting Fighting Illini of the University of Illinois and your Illinois State Redbirds. Let's introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Champaign, the Fighting Illini of the University of Illinois. Starting on defense, number 54, Ben Sprunk, and number 81, Jason Guringer. The forwards, on the wings, number 19, Tyler Byhoon, and number 26, Kasper Gumbarczyk. The center is number 28, Sean Viane. And starting in goal, number 30, Tyler Wardell. The head coach of the University of Illinois is Bill Crawford. And now, fans, let's greet the starting lineup for your Illinois State Redbirds. On defense, number 24, Trevor Glass. And number 77, Josh Gilbert. The forwards, on the wings, number 8, Billy Carroll. And number 91, Walt Baumstark. The center is number 29, Rocco Ferretti. And starting in goal for your Redbirds, number 73, Michael Leonard. Let's also greet the rest of the Illinois State Redbirds and head coach Michael Hernbrat. At this time, fans, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. There we have the starting lineups for tonight's matchup between the U of I and Illinois State. Again, for the Fighting Illini, Sprunk and Geringer on defense, Tyler Byhoon, Gumbarczyk on the wings, and Tyler Wardell starts in goal for the U of I, who will be in orange tonight with blue trim, white numerals on the orange jerseys. Illinois State has the starting six that looks like this: Glass and Gilbert on defense, Carroll and Baumstark are the wings. Ferretti centers the line, with Michael Leonard getting the starting goal tonight for head coach Michael Hernbrat. Illinois State in their home white jerseys, trimmed in red and black pants, red numerals on the white jerseys, and the Redbirds will be moving from right to left as we see it along with you here in period number 1. We are just about set to get this one underway. Division II game, 2 referees, 1 linesman. The linesman will handle the face-off duties at center ice. It'll be Rocco Ferretti taking the face-off against Sean Viane, and the Redbirds win the face-off. It's still trapped in the neutral zone. Finally dug out by the U of I, and they have the first possession of the contest. Sent down ice by Phil Konasek, and the Redbirds able to retreat and get it back. Baumstark moves it through center, but his pass off the mark. Viane with the steal moves in. Centers it in, and it's dumped in on Leonard, and he will just cover it up and take the face off in his own zone. Less than 30 seconds gone by here in this opening period. Glad you could stop by and check us out here on YouTube, on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Face off to the left of Michael Leonard. Face-off won by the U of I. Here's a quick shot take, and that one sent wide by the defense as Lindstrom sent one wide of the target. Illini hold it in. D'Alessandro has to go back to get it in the corner near side. Sends it cross ice to Matt Papachristou, who hoists it out to center. And icing is waved off as back to get it is Jason Garinger for the U of I. Here's a steal by Colin Young. He sends one over the top of the cage, just high of Tyler Wardell. Into the corner, Young digs it out and sends it back out to the point to Papachristou. To Alessandro with a shot. Save made by Wardell. And he keeps it in the catching glove to get a face-off in his own zone. So the face-off will be to the right of Wardell, as Oliver Grigg will step in to take the face-off for the Redbirds. He wins it back to Adam Traska. Dumped back behind the net, centering pass out front, broken up by the Illini. And they will try to move out of the zone. Jack Biereski sends it into the Redbirds' end. Traska tries to dig it out of the corner. Jackson Deedon there to pressure him. Now centering pass out front. Sent away as Jackson Byhoon had a chance, and it's knocked off his stick, and the Redbirds control. Traska gets the center and hoists it into the Illini zone. John Crossan sends it out, but held it at the point by the Redbirds. Panos tries to play it across, stolen away and sent out to neutral ice where Michael Lupo gets it for Illinois State. 2 minutes gone by here in the opening period. No score between Illinois and Illinois State. Sam Braun drops it off for Trevor Barrett. He sends one in on Wardell. It's blocker to the side. Picked up in the near corner. Now the Redbirds have it back. It's sent back around past Barrett into the near corner. And Illinois able to track it down. Jonah Dopet sends it around. Leonard will play it around the boards. It'll clear out of the zone, so Illinois has to tag out of the zone before they can advance further. Dumped in by Nate Gertstein. Sam Braun tips it in the neutral ice, and Gertstein goes back to get it for the U of I. Shots on goal even at 2, score even at 0 early in the contest. Glad you could join us here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Redbirds dumping in behind Wardell. Now the pass sent all the way down, tipped before it got to center, so no icing is called, and the Redbirds able to get it behind Michael Barrett's net. Here's Trevor Glass moving through the zone. Had it knocked off his stick. Back to get it. Rocco Ferretti for Illinois State. Sent it around, but it left the zone, and Josh Gilbert will play it in. Garinger tries to send it up the boards. A shot taken. That one tipped wide by Billy Carroll. Now the Redbirds get it back at the line. D'Alessandro moves into the circle. Steps back. Now fires one in. Blocker save made by Wardell. Into the near corner goes the rebound. Carroll sets it back up for D'Alessandro. Centering pass. Baumstark was on the doorstep and couldn't quite make connection with it. Garinger sends it back over to the side, but it's played by Carroll on the near side. Sent over into the corner now behind the net. And Illinois able to finally corral it and send it forward. Kicked ahead. Kombarczyk had it too far ahead. Leonard able to steer it to the near corner. Centering pass. Quick shot. Leonard with a kick save as the shot was taken by DeConcilis. Will DeConcilis, by the way. 2 DeConcilises on the Illinois roster. Kombarczyk, pardon me. Lost the handle. Baumstark able to send it in, and the Redbirds able to get a change, approaching the 5-minute mark gone by here in the opening period. Dom Fisher sends it to neutral ice. Played forward. Justin Gonzalez couldn't get it past. Konasek, who moves around the net, goes to the far side. Konasek drops it off, but it's stolen away by the Redbirds. Connor Tully gets to it. Ahead to Connor Young, now pinned against the glass. Now loose on the boards. Finally sent around. Gonzalez plays it forward to Matsis, who tips it ahead. Connor Tully racing ahead, got it to Matsis, drops it off. Matsis moves in to the slot, fires, save Wardell. Rebound, kick to the far side, Gonzalez. Back to get it for Illinois State. Got it to Matsis, to Traska, who fires. That one tipped wide of the target. Picked up by Panos on the far boards. Sent in behind the net, but Will DeConcilis is there for the Illini. Now Panos and Matsis fight forward in the corner. Sent back out to the point. Traska fires one in, tipped just wide of the target. It went by Wardell. Back along the boards, and it's finally cleared out to neutral ice. And the Redbirds try to play it forward once again. Panos had it hop over his stick at the line. Illinois able to backtrack and get it behind the goal line and start forward. Jackson Byhoon trying to set it up for a player that was coming through, but didn't make a connection with Jackson Deeden. Now the puck sent all the way down. Tipped by Illinois State, so no icing. Back to get it is Trevor Glass for the Redbirds. Glass sends it through neutral ice, stolen away. Gertstein plays it for Illinois, back into the Redbird zone. Now Brock Brandenburg sends it up. It's tipped into the crowd, and it's going to be a souvenir for one of the fans who have made their way here to Grossinger Motors Arena for tonight's contest. Just a reminder, fans, if you're looking for Redbird hockey this weekend, there was a scheduled Division III game that was to be played tomorrow between the Redbirds and the McKendree Bearcats. That game, unfortunately, has been called off. There will be no game tomorrow here at Grossinger Motors Arena. If you're watching this in the future, though, there wasn't a game on Saturday. Panos gets it for the Redbirds in his own zone. Sends it forward. Everyone ducking out of the way in case that one did leave in the ice area. Now played ahead by the Redbirds. Here's David Flynn. Lost the handle. Sent back to neutral ice. Redbirds have to backtrack to get it. Gilbert sends it forward to Braun. He lost the handle out of the line and again swept out to neutral ice. Finding Illini move into the zone. Now the Redbirds with a steal as Braun gets to it. Braun, centering pass ahead, got it to Barrett, who couldn't quite pull the trigger. Now behind the net, Barrett moves forward, has it knocked off his stick, loose into the corner. D'Alessandro holds it in, and it's batted out of the zone, and Illinois able to go get a couple of changes. Approaching a 12-minute mark left here in the first, no score. Here's Tyler Byhoon in over the line, but trying to send it across and left the zone, so the Illini backtrack to get it. Tyler Byhoon tries to dump it in without looking, and it's stolen away by Illinois State into neutral ice. Redbirds backtrack to get it. Braun pinned in the corner. D'Alessandro comes into play with him, and Gambarczyk, who knock it free. Now the pass ahead for David Flynn went too far. Flynn cut left, the puck went right, and icing is the call against Illinois State. And here's a good look at that last opportunity for the Redbirds as Barrett cut into the net, but got his stick lifted just before he can get a good opportunity that time. Face off to the right of Michael Leonard. Won by the U of I. Here's a shot taken. That one went wide of the target by Dom Fisher. D'Alessandro behind the net to Papa Christian-Du. In the far corner, Barrett digs it out, got it to Flynn. Flynn just short of center ice, dumps it in with Braun. And the Redbirds go get a change with 11:10 to play here in the first. Ferretti dumps it in for the Redbirds, and back to get it for the U of I is Crossan. DeConcilis sends it forward into the Redbird zone where Leonard holds it up behind the net. Lupo plays it ahead for the Redbirds up along the far side. Hoisted out of the zone by Carroll into neutral ice, and the Illini go back to get it. Geringer sent it in, and the Redbirds send it back just as quickly. as Gonzalez was able to get it out of the Redbird zone. Ferretti sends it forward, trying to find Baumstark. Couldn't quite get it to him, and stolen away by the U of I. Gumbarczyk over the line, and he held the puck just a little too long, as going into the zone was Tyler Byhoon, and he was ahead of the play, and offsides is called against the Illini. With 10:19 to play here in period number 1, Redbirds out shooting the Illini 6-3 so far in the contest. Face-off won by Illinois State. Connor Tully gets it ahead to Alex Matsis, who fires one in. Blocker save made by Wardell. Steered to the near corner. Matsis goes back to get it. Gets a centering pass back. Now Gilbert from the point. That one blocked away by the defense of Gumbarczyk. Now Connor Tully tried to center it. Illinois intercepted, cleared, but not out as Gilbert held it in. Now Tully along the boards, tries to dig at it. Finally dug out and sent into the corner. Matsis fights for it and sends it around to the far side. Young sends it around to Matsis. Centering pass with Tully on the doorstep. Couldn't get it to him. Gumbarczyk comes away with it. His pass tipped, so icing is not called. Is back to get it is Trevor Glass. Ben Sprunk gets it for the U of I, and now Jackson Deeden sends it in. It was immediately sent back by the Redbirds. Lead pass ahead for Brandenburg. Knocked off his stick and picked up by the U of I Sprunk. Ahead to Jackson Byhoon. Now moving over the line is Briereski. He fires one in on Leonard, who gloves it down and will hold to get a face-off. 8:56 to play in what's been a rapidly played first period so far. And still no score between Illinois and Illinois State. Face-off won by Panos for the Redbirds. D'Alessandro picks it up in the near corner. Sent back to the line but not out. Enright holds it in. Now a centering pass. That one sent just wide by Mike Fortune. And the Redbirds can't clear it out. Picked up by Leo Smat. Brandenburg sends it forward. Here's Oliver Grigg. Centering pass to Panos. Fires one. That one may have been tipped by Wardell wide. Brandenburg tries to hold it in at the line. It's knocked away and picked up at center by Panos. He will send it in behind the cage. Sent around to Fortune on the near side. To Vincent Enright. Lead pass ahead, Tyler Byhoon. Sends it in. Trying to find Smack, couldn't get it to him. Now on the side of the cage, it's knocked away by Leonard into the corner. Redbirds finally get control of it. D'Alessandro picks it up and tries to move forward, 3-on-2. Here's Braun moving in, firing a pass across, and Barrett was on the receiving end, but couldn't get his stick on it. Now on the far side, some heavy forechecking by the Redbirds. They get it back at neutral ice. D'Alessandro sends it ahead to Braun, who tips it in. Ends up going behind Wardell. Picked up by the Illini, Dom Fisher. Fisher sends it forward. Goes to DeConcilis. Lifts it into the zone, now into the near corner. Fight for the puck. It's sent around by Konasek. Centers it. Lupo steals it for Illinois State. Lupo sends it in from center, and the Redbirds will go get a change with about 7 minutes to play here in this first period. Jack Lindstrom sets it up. Here's Dom Fisher over the line. Had it knocked off his stick. Kept in by DeConcilis. Now Fisher behind the net. Centering pass to DeConcilis, who fires one high. It's knocked into the air by Leonard with the blocker. Held in. Now the Redbirds able to finally get it at least out of the zone to neutral ice to relieve some pressure. Michael Lupo back to get it for the Redbirds. Lead pass forward, got it to Billy Carroll, who moves in, fires one wide of the target. Carroll will center it. It's knocked off a body in front, and Wardell has to dive to clear it, to cover it. So it will be a face-off in the Illinois zone. That one kind of a weird-looking play, but Wardell did a nice job tracking the puck and was able to dive on it to stop play just in case something crazy happened. You just never know. Redbirds win the face-off, but the Illini steal it in the corner. Now Illinois State trying a centering pass. It's knocked away and stolen by the U of I and moved into neutral ice. Trevor Glass plays it there for the Redbirds. Over to Colin Young. Young will move in over the line. Cuts to the slot. Ooh, he got his stick lifted just before he can pull the trigger on a shot. Here's a centering pass out front off of Matsis. Goes into the corner. Now Fisher will send one in on goal. That one blocked by the defense and picked up by Gombarczyk. Sends it ahead for Jackson Byhoon. Byhoon will dump it in and both teams will go get a change. Glass over the line for the Redbirds. Moves in from the circle, fires one in, saved by Wardell, moves in, fires again, another save. 3 saves that time by Tyler Wardell. Now a steal by the U of I as they move forward. Jackson Byhoon sends it into the Redbird zone to take some pressure off his goaltender. Grigg plays it forward along the boards near side. Sent it to the corner, now behind the net. Brandenburg sends it back around. John Panos for the Redbirds in the corner. Sends it back around for Grigg. He's covered up by Jackson Deedon. U of I come away with it. Sprunk gets it ahead. Here's Tyler Byhoon moving in. Centering pass out front, swept away by Brandenburg. Got it ahead to Panos, and now into the corner far side. Grigg goes to get it. Panos follows him in. But the U of I trying to come away with the puck are unable to. D'Alessandro at the point. Sends it back around. Picked up by Panos. Centering pass. Nobody home. Stolen away by the U of I. Picked up by Bureski. Sent across. Bureski fires. That one went wide of the target. Leonard uses the paddle to shove it into the corner. 4 minutes to play here in the first. Still no score. U of I and ISU. Dom Fisher back to get it for the Illini. Ahead to Enright. Off his stick into the Redbird zone. Now fought for it at the line and picked up by Enright in neutral ice. Enright sends it ahead. Konasek lost it at neutral ice, and now a fight for the puck along the boards. It's finally won by Illinois State. Matt Papakrishnadu goes to Traska. Traska will hoist it into the corner near side. Now he'll race around to go get it. He does hold it up behind the net. Centering pass out front. Picked up by the Redbirds. Gonzalez trying to send it forward. Now a steal by the U of I. Here comes Jack Lindstrom. Lindstrom cuts in, fires. That one went wide of Leonard. Comes all the way out to neutral ice where it's picked up by Barrett. To Braun. Braun 3-on-2 to Barrett. Fires. Save Wardell. Rebound. Hit the side of the cage. Back out to the point. Goes to Traska. Traska will fire one in. That one hit a body out in front. Looked like it caught the face of one of the Illini players. It does come out to the neutral zone. Good thing that the player was wearing a full face mask, because that one might have just left a mark. The Illini pick it up as Crossan gets it with 2.5 minutes to play here in the first. Lead pass ahead, stolen by Baumstark. Baumstark cuts in, had his stick lifted, nicely played by Jared Geringer that time. Back to get it is Carroll for the Redbirds. Gonzalez sends it back out to neutral ice where it's sent in by Jason Geringer. Now the Redbirds send it forward again. Gonzalez back ahead, finds Ferretti. He sends it in behind into the corner, down behind the goal line. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. Carroll dug it out to Baumstark. Behind the net it goes, and it's knocked away and stolen by Jason Geringer for the U of I. Here's Ferretti with a steal. Gets to neutral ice. Got tied up. Here comes Sean Viane. Over the line. Moves in. Fires one. Nice job hugging the post that time by Leonard as he stops the Vienne shot. Gilbert sends it back around to the near side. Held in at the line. Big shot in. That one gloved down by Glass, and now a penalty coming up against Illinois. It'll be Trevor Vienne going off for a minor infraction. Hooking call against Vienne. So the Redbirds will go on the power play. Illinois penalty number 26, Sean Vienne, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 18:36, first period. Correction, Gombarczyk, Kasper. So it was Gombarczyk and not Vienne called for the hooking, and the Redbirds go on the power play. That PA announcer needs to learn to read his roster a little better, I think. Anyway, Redbirds have it in their own zone. Minute 30 left in the... Less than a minute to play in the period. As the Redbirds move in, behind the net it goes. Coming out of there was Barrett. Sent it back out to Brandenburg. Back to Barrett, the near circle. Sent across, into the corner, Grigg. Back out to Gilbert. Gilbert holds and looks. Fires one in. That one tipped wide. Wardell got a piece of that as well. Cleared, but not out. Grigg holds it into the circle, and now it's sent out by the U of I in the final 15 seconds of the period. Leonard sends it forward for Gilbert. Final 10 for the period. There will be power play carryover time going into the second. Here's Sprunk sending it in behind the net. Leonard will hold it up, and that'll do it for period one. Your score at the end of one period, the University of Illinois 0, your Illinois State Redbirds 0. Shots on goal in the first period. Illini 7, Redbirds 12. One penalty to Kasper Gombarczyk will carry over for 36 seconds into the second period. So through one, no scoring to recap because there's been no scoring in the contest. And again, shots on goal in favor of the Illinois State Redbirds at 12-7 through one period of play. So one period in the books, and we still got two more to go here at the Garage tonight in downtown Bloomington. 0-0 our score after one between the U of I and ISU. And you're watching Illinois State Redbird Hockey on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Illinois State Redbird Hockey would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of this year's team. Young America Realty in Normal. Team Automotive and Tire in Normal. Midwest Equipment in Normal. Morris Avenue Garage, Bloomington. DP Doe in Normal, your sponsor of your Division I Player of the Game. Prairie Signs in Normal. And Grosso's Garage in Bloomington. Back at Grossinger Motors Arena, L.A. Decker with you as we are getting set for the second period between the Illinois State Redbirds and the Fighting Illini of the University of Illinois. Illinois State already back on the ice, just awaiting the visitors to return from their locker room. And the Fighting Illini make their way out of the tunnel and back onto the icy surface here inside the garage. Teams will switch ends as goaltender Michael Leonard has now occupied the goal to our left. His counterpart, Tyler Wardell, will go down to the goal to our right. Redbirds will work from left to right as we see it along with you here in period number 2. And again, fans, a reminder, there were games scheduled this weekend for the Division III team here at Grossinger Motors Arena against McKendree. Those games have been postponed, if not outright canceled. More information and details are available on the Illinois State Hockey Facebook page. And also you can keep it right here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel for information as well. So the U of I making their way back out and finally going to get the 4 players out that are going to start the period. Again, the Redbirds have a 36-second power play left over from the Casper Gumbarczyk penalty, the hooking call back in the first period. So the Redbirds start, win the face-off, and continue the power play for the next 25 seconds. Colin Young starts the Redbirds forward, comes into the Illini zone. Young takes it all the way around behind the net, comes out the far side, along the boards, sets it up, goes to the near side for Trevor Glass, gets by him, goes to Connor Tully behind the net. Final 5 seconds of the power play. Tully pinned along the boards, and that will effectively kill off the rest of the power play, and both teams are back at full strength. Crossan digs it out. It's played forward by Hurieski. Ahead to Gumbarczyk. Centering pass across. That one missed its target. Trying to get it to Jackson Deedon. Now Gumbarczyk will score as he rips one from the slot. As he was kind of a fadeaway, Kasper Gumbarczyk has given the Illini a 1-0 lead. There you see Gumbarczyk picking up the puck in the slot and just let it go, and he was kind of moving away from the goal as he did it and got it past Leonard. So Michael Leonard gives up the goal, and 1-0 is our score. We'll see if they add any assists to that goal because Gumbarczyk pretty much made that play by himself, but we'll see what happens. Oliver Grigg sends it forward as Brandenburg moves in. He lost the handle in the corner, out to D'Alessandro and kicked in the neutral ice. Illinois goal scored by number 26, Kasper Gumbarczyk. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 1:01 second period. Illini goal scored by Gumbarczyk, unassisted at 1:01. So the Redbirds go back to get it as Papa Christian do, sends it across ice. Gets it back, and now they move forward. Oliver Grigg in over the line, sends one in, blocked away into the corner. John Panos sends it around to Barrett. Barrett tries to center it. It hits a skate in front and stolen away by Mike Fortune. Cleared but not out, and now picked up by the Redbirds. Gonzalez couldn't hang on to it. Now over the line, a quick shot taken by Fortune, and it's gloved down by Michael Leonard. And he will keep it for a face-off in his own zone. So the Redbirds now with a bit of an uphill climb, trailing 1-0 here in the second. Konasek wins the face-off for the Illini. Back around the net, it goes to the far side, played out. And picked up another shot. That one stopped by Leonard. Back out to the point. Shot went wide by Ben Sprunk, and the Redbirds control it as Sam Braun gets it over to Trevor Glass. Now Barrett sends it into neutral ice. Konasek sends it across to Sprunk. Centering pass, knocked away by the Redbirds, picked up right in front, but Wildy Concealis couldn't quite get to it. Now a collision in the corner, and the Redbirds able to come away with it behind the net. Adam Traska sends it forward but not out, held in at the line by Sprunk, and the Redbirds finally get it in the corner as it's played out by Gonzalez ahead to Barrett. He'll hoist it into the Illini zone and go get a change. Sprunk plays it back to Enright. Now over the line to Vienne. To Gumbarczyk. Quick shot. That one blocked away as Tyler Byhoon had a chance. Now the Illini lose it. It's coming through the zone. Here come the Redbirds. Ferretti with a shot. Rebound off the Wardell save. And it's picked up by the Illini once again. Gilbert sends it back into neutral ice where Crossan plays it. Ahead to Fisher. And the Redbirds able to send it back down. No icing called. Play on. Approaching the 4-minute mark gone by here in the second. 1-0. The U of I leads it. Gilbert. Back to get it for the Redbirds. Gilbert tips it forward to Baumstark. Back to Gilbert. He'll come in over the line. Gilbert had it knocked away by Fisher. And now into the netting behind the net. And it will be a face-off in the Illinois zone with 15:47 to play here in the second. Redbirds still hold a 13-9 shots on goal advantage. Face-off, Connor Tully will take the face-off for the Redbirds against Jackson Deeden. Deeden wins the face-off for the U of I. Geringer on the near side. Back over to Gertstein. Now Papa Christian sends it ahead to Matsis over the line. He fires one in, blocker down by Wardell. Into the corner, Young, back to Tully. Comes out of the far side with it. Tries to center it out front to D'Alessandro, and it's tipped away. D'Alessandro will go back to get it. And the Redbirds trying to shoot it forward through neutral ice, and it's stolen away. Now Papa Christian pinches up and gets to the puck. Into the corner. Tied up. Colin Young tries to get to it. And it's stolen away by the Illini. Geringer over the line. Geringer looks. Tries the okey-doke move, and it doesn't work because both Redbirds were able to stop it. Here's a quick shot taken. That one went wide by Fortune. Picked up by Geringer. He sends it across. Nobody home. Matsis picks it up. Matsis cuts in, fires. That one tipped high and wide. Matsis back to get it. Sends it off the back of the cage where it's played by Geringer. Back out to the point, Lupo. Wrist shot blocked down by the defense in front. Knocked down by Gertstein. Here's a shot tipped up in the air. Gloved down by Wardell. Very similar to what an infielder might do. He didn't, infield fly wasn't called though on that one. Oh wait, I'm crossing sports again. It is playoff season. I have to remember that. Here's a good look at that last sequence as the puck went right off the stick that time of Wardell and popped it up into the air, and he was able to keep track of it and glove it down to take the pressure off himself that time. Traska holds it into the line. Redbirds send it over to the near corner. It's tipped up into the seats in the near side, and it's faceoff's going to stay in the Illini zone. The referee is telling the linesman he needs to go get a puck. And our scorekeeper, Dan Glatt, with a fresh supply of frozen vulcanized rubber discs, is ready, willing, and able to provide one. And this one will bring the faceoff out to the neutral zone on the Illini side of center ice. Brandenburg pushes it forward, but the Illini able to get to it as Tyler Byhoon got to it. Brandenburg keeps it in for the Redbirds, sends it around all the way to the far side. Finally picked up by Kasper Gumbarczyk. Grigg knocks it away from him. Brandenburg tries to get to it. He was shielded off the puck by Vincent Enright for the Illini. Gumbarczyk. Forecheck by Traska. Got it away. Got it to Ben Sprunk. And tried to send it forward. Now icing's going to be called as tried to get it to Tyler Byhoon, and it just missed his connection. Otherwise, Byhoon had at least a stride on the defender for ISU. And Byhoon might have been one-on-one with the goaltender. Instead, it's an icing call, and the faceoff comes all the way back into the Illini zone. 13:36 to play here in the second. Kasper Gumbarczyk, the only goal for Illinois. Here's Barrett right in front. That one lost in his skates and couldn't quite get to it. And it finally picked up by the Illini. Viane over the line. Viane, the spelling on that last name. Sent it back behind the net, and the Illini go get a change. Here's Barrett sending it forward for the Redbirds. Flynn drops it off for Barrett near side, goes into the corner. Dug out by Dom Fisher and sent over to the boards. Konasek sends it across. Redbirds get to it. Flynn sends it across. Barrett again couldn't quite pull the trigger. Nice pass by Flynn that time. Flynn gets checked into the corner. Picked up by Deacon Sealis. Now on the far side, Barrett sends it across to Trevor Glass, who will fire one in. That one blocked by the defense and hoisted out to neutral ice. Gilbert tries to send it out. Stolen away by the Illini. Lindstrom got to it first. Now the Redbirds come away 2-on-2, 2-on-1 if they hurry. Oliver Grigg over the line with Flynn. Now Flynn takes it into the corner with Barrett. Flynn comes out, fires one, hit the post. He just got it past Wardell, but hit the post on the outside. And icing is the call against Illinois with 12:15 to play in the first. And the Redbirds starting to put more pressure on Tyler Wardell, but to this point, he has been equal to the task. (17-10) shots on goal so far in favor of the Redbirds. Ferretti wins the faceoff, but it's pushed over for the Illini to get to it, and they send it down the ice. The puck was tipped by the Redbirds, so no icing is called as Papa Christian who goes back to get it. He's bodied up by Jackson Byhoon. Papa Christian who somehow gets one hand on the stick and pushes it forward. Held in at the line by Gertstein. Pass sent across. Fisher sends it across into the waiting Geringer, who sends it in on Leonard. And Leonard able to glove it down and cover it up to take the face-off in his own zone. Illinois State won the opener in this two-game set last night over at the U of I Ice Center by a 4-2 score. All power play goals for the Redbirds, by the way. Tonight, so far, just one goal on the board. That's the Kasper Gumbarczyk goal at the one-on-one mark. Papa Christian sends it forward. Connor Tully tips it into the Illini zone. Tully tries to glove it down. It's knocked away and held in at the line by Papa Christian, but finally batted out of the zone. Now a hand pass is going to be called as Jackson Deeden was the first one to touch it. And the hand pass occurred in the neutral zone. They're going to bring the faceoff all the way back to the... Where are they going to bring the faceoff? They're going to bring the faceoff all the way back into the Illini zone. Wow. I would figure at least be on the Illini side of center ice, but they're bringing it all the way back into the zone. Here's Matsis pushing it forward. Picked up by Geringer, who sends it around to the far side. Coming out of there is Connor Young. He had it knocked off his stick. Picked up by Gilbert. He lost it. Matsis had a chance. Now finally Tully sends it across. Too hot for Papa Chris to do, and he has to go back and get it. 11 minutes to play in the second. 1-0 U of I. Tully over the line. Lost the handle. Knocked into neutral ice and picked up by Colin Young for the Redbirds. To Matsis. Tries to send it forward, but it's knocked back by Gertstein. Now a steal by Matsis. Cuts to the slot. Ooh, he couldn't quite pull it to the forehand. He was going to try to rip one, but couldn't quite get control of it. Now the puck sent over the glass and into the near side seats. So another face-off, another puck needed from our scorekeeper. So the face-off is going to stay at neutral ice with 10.5 minutes to play here in the second. In 31 seconds, we'll have reached the halfway point of the game. Panos gloves it down and sends it into the Illini zone. Picked up by Tyler Byhoon. Sent forward, but Justin Gonzalez there for the Redbirds. Tipped ahead by Panos into the Illini zone. Vienne back to get it for the Illini. Sends it forward. Tyler Byhoon had it knocked off his stick and finally picked up by the Redbirds once again. Brandenburg sends it forward to Panos. Tries to backhand it in, and it's sent out of the zone by Sprunk. Held in, though, by Lupo. Lupo tries to cut, lost the handle, lost an edge, and now down he goes and lost the puck. Over the line and right. Drags it back to the circle on the near side and fires one which was blocked by Oliver Gregg into the netting behind Michael Leonard. So the faceoff will stay in the Illinois State zone. So the Redbirds with a faceoff to the left of their goaltender Leonard. Here's a steal by Sam Braun. He moves in. That one just wide as he had an opportunity one-on-one with the goaltender. Picked up by Trevor Barrett. Tries to center it. Knocked away. Redbirds trying to hold it in. Can't quite do it as it's knocked into center ice. Glass sends it forward. Now a penalty coming up. Going to be a slashing call against whom? It's going to be against the U of I. So the officials making sure they're checking on the Illinois State player who got slashed. That was Josh Gilbert, but he will skate over to the bench. And it'll be a 2-minute penalty. It's on John Crossan. The Redbirds getting some last-minute instructions from head coach Michael Hernbrot. Second power play opportunity of the night so far for Illinois State. They were 0 for 1, missing out on their only other power play opportunity. Connor Tully will take the face-off for the Redbirds. Got it to Colin Young. Back out to the point, Glass. Glass looks, drops it back out to the point. Lupo over to Matsis. Back to Lupo at the point, sends one in, tipped around and controlled by Wardell. He finally got control of it as some traffic in front prevented him from making a clean save, but he was able to get to it after the second opportunity. So the faceoff stays in the Illini zone. Connor Tully once again will take the faceoff, this time against Leo Smat. Illinois penalty number 16. John Crossan, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 10:47, second period. Illini penalty, Crossan, 2 minutes for slashing at 10:47. Redbirds finally track it down in their own end after the Illini forecheck kills some more time. Now Smat had it knocked away, finally picked it back up in neutral ice. Now the Illini play some catch and then finally bank it off the boards and down into the Redbird end. 60 seconds remaining on the man advantage, 8-12 remaining in the second. Lupo over the line, moves forward, centering pass, couldn't quite connect with Tully. Lupo gets it back, goes behind the net, comes out far side. Drops it off for Colin Young. Young spins back at the corner, now moves into the far dot. Back out to Lupo at the point. Lupo, near side glass, fires one. That one tipped wide of the target. Lupo goes back to hold it in, does so at the line. Final 30 of the power play. Lupo back over to Matsis, who fires. That one blocked wide. Tully picks it up in the corner, comes out with it. Comes to the slot, moves forward, sends one in. It goes tipped into the corner. Tully gets it back from Trevor Glass. Back to Colin Young. Young drops it back off for Lupo, who wasn't quite ready for it. Lupo backhands it to Matsis. Swings it over to Glass, who fires. That one blocked by a skate in front. Lupo keeps it in at the boards. The penalty is over. Both teams back at full strength. Centering pass out front. Matsis with a shot. That one blocked by the Illini defense. Picked up by Fortune, who hoists it out to center. Glass sends it right back in where it came from. Gertstein checked along the boards. Matsis centering pass out front. Grigg with a shot. Rebound. Another shot by Panos. That one went high at the target. Here's D'Alessandro. Sent back into the corner by Matsis. Grigg couldn't get to it. Panos behind the net. Comes out near side. Back out to Papakristadou. Cross ice feed to D'Alessandro. His shot tipped. Grigg comes out with it. Quick shot. Oh, Wardell again on the near post. Makes the save. In front, Panos lost the handle. Picked up by the Illini. Here's Tyler Byhoon. He'll send it in on Leonard, who will scoop it up with a short hop and take the face-off in his own zone. Probably one of the best opportunities Illinois State has had so far tonight as we get another look at our replay. Here you see Oliver Grigg sending it right out front, and right on the doorstep that time was John Panos, and couldn't quite get it past Wardell. Sent wide of the target by Bereshevsky. Deeden lost the handle on the boards, picked up by Brandenburg. Grigg sends it into the Illini zone. Sprunk hitting the corner. Brandenburg and Panos trying to dig it out. They do send it out to the far side, but it's picked up by the Illini. Geringer sends it forward. Here's Leonard coming out of his cage to play it. D'Alessandro sends it forward, tipped ahead. Here come the Redbirds. Flynn over the line, centering pass. Barrett wasn't looking. It goes into the corner near side, sent up the boards. Papakristadou can't hold it in. Coming away with it is Jackson Byhoon, pardon me. Now a knock away by the Redbirds. Adam Traska on the forecheck. Traska takes it behind the net. Comes around to the near side. Centering pass out front. Quick shot. Blocker save by Wardell. Here's Braun. Into the far corner, Barrett. Back to Braun. Back out to the point. Gonzalez shot that one tipped high and wide. Flynn sends it into the corner. Barrett tries to play it forward. Quick pass out front. Flynn was open for a moment. Couldn't get to it. Now a shot taken. Wardell a save. Loose and finally covered up by Wardell on the crease. Now some pushing and shoving behind the Illini net. I don't think they're talking about places to go eat afterward, because it is rather a short drive comparatively for the U of I to come over. About a 45 to 50 minute drive, depending on how fast you go. So both teams will go make changes as the next face-off will be in the Illini zone and will be to the right of goaltender Tyler Wardell. Wardell has made 23 saves thus far. His counterpart, Michael Leonard, has made 12 of 13 save opportunities. The only one to get by was the one by Kasper Gombarczyk at the beginning of the period, just about a minute in. Redbirds hold it into the line. Gonzalez a shot. That one kicked away by Wardell. Back behind the net it goes. Sprunk sends it back into the corner. Konasek backhands it around, and it's picked up by Crossan. Now in the neutral ice, Redbirds finally control it as Carroll gets to it. They send it forward. No icing called as play continues. Gonzalez has it at the red line and sends it in just past Wardell. Sprunk back to get it, sends it near side. Picked up by Crossan. He goes cross ice, picked up by Gonzalez, who hammers it right back into the Illini zone with under 4 minutes to play here with the second. 1-0 Illinois over Illinois State. Sprunk sends it forward. Got Gumbarczyk, who moves in and fires. Glove save by Leonard, and he gives no rebound. Kasper Gumbarczyk, making a bid for his second goal of the game, was denied by the Redbird netminder. Illinois State trying to sweep the two games from their Division II rival here tonight. Illinois trying to get a split by Hoon on front. Oh, a quick kick by Leonard. Able to stop the onslaught. Now Matsis with a steal. One-on-one with the goalie. Moves in. He scores! Alex Matsis on a breakaway has tied it at 1. Matsis got away from the defender and was one-on-one and made no mistake as he lifted the Gatorade bottle up. Wardell thought he had a moment, but then here comes Matsis and he puts it right between the legs into the 5-hole. So the Redbirds tied at 1. I highly doubt there's going to be an assist on that one, but we will await the official word to see if that happens. Redbirds come right back. Colin Young centering pass out front, knocked away. Held in at the line by Glass. He fires one in. Wardell able to glove it down and make the save. So both goals tonight have come unassisted. Very interesting. Illinois State goal scored by number 37, Alex Matsis. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 16:29, second period. Redbird goal scored by Matsis, unassisted at 16:29. So Illinois State has found a way to draw even. Face-off won by Illinois as Sprunk gets to it in the corner. Sprunk hounded by Grigg. Stolen away by the Redbirds, but they can't control. Konasek sends it forward to Smat. Now Fortune. Left it in the corner. Picked up by Smat. Centering pass back out. And it goes over everybody, and it's sent back into the Redbird zone where Papa Christian dude knocks it down with a skate and gets it away to D'Alessandro. Got it ahead to Panos. Over the line, John Panos drops it off. Brandenburg with a shot. That one tipped by Wardell over the crossbar. Lead pass ahead to Fortune. Leaves it back to Byhoon, who moves in. Tyler Byhoon with a shot. That one steered wide by Leonard. Picked up by the Redbirds, D'Alessandro. Lead pass ahead to Oliver Grigg. Grigg moves in over the line. Drops it back for Trevor Barrett. Into the corner. Stolen away by Gumbarczyk. Here come the Illini. Crossing. Shovels it into the corner. Byhoon tries to get to it now. A stoppage in play. So Matt Papa Christian do also going to the penalty box, and I'll be honest, I'm not even sure what those calls were. I know one was interference. Very hard to tell. So Redbirds playing 4-on-4. Here's Matsis. over the line, drops it off for Colin Young on the far side. Centering pass, Tully had it knocked off his stick by Tyler Byhoon. Matsis gets it in the corner. Sends it back out top. Matsis now around Connor Tully. Easy for me to say. Sends it back out to Lupo at the line. Lupo moves in, drops it off to Matsis on the far dot. Sent back in behind the goal line to Tully. Tully moves out, now moves back in. Circles around. Young, behind the net, lost the handle as he's harassed by Geringer. Dug out by Connor Tully, centers it back out to Lupo. Lupo. Sent across for a shot, and Wardell makes the save. Now a shot by the Redbirds goes wide and it's picked up by Smat. He's hit on the play by Flynn. Picked up by Fortune. Fortune moves in. Let's go and go. Couldn't quite get connection with it. Got his stick lifted at the last second. Fortune sends it back out to the point. There's a shot taken. Leonard with a save as that one was taken by Enright. Dug out by the Illini. Smat sends it back out to Fisher. Dom Fisher tried to center it for Enright, and it's tipped into the far corner in the final 10 seconds of the period. And that will do it for period number 2. Your score at the end of 2 periods. Illinois State 1, Illinois 1. Shots on goal in the second period. Illinois 11, Illinois State 16. 2 period totals, Illini 18, Redbirds 28. Coincidental minors on Illinois' number 16, John Crossan, 2 minutes for roughing, and Illinois State's number 78, Matt Papachristou, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalties, 17:54, second period. Coincidental minors on the Illini, Crossan, 2 minutes for roughing, and the Redbirds, Papachristou, 2 minutes for interference, both at 17:54. 13 seconds remain on each penalty going into the third period. So through 2 periods, still nothing settled. We are even at 1 apiece, and both goals were pretty nice looking goals, to be perfectly honest with you, as Kasper Gombarczyk opened the scoring for the U of I with 1:01 gone by here in the second period. He was able to get the puck. He stole it right there, and then as he basically faded away, put it past Michael Leonard and gave the Illini a 1-0 lead just 61 seconds into this second period. The Redbirds would counter as Alex Matsis would steal it at center ice and move in for the breakaway and beat it past Tyler Wardell, as Wardell wasn't quite anticipating a breakaway opportunity that quickly, and the Redbirds tied at 1 on Matsis' goal with 16:29 gone by in the period. And again, shots on goal, Illinois State leading that category 28-18 through 2 periods, outshooting the Illini 16-11 in the second period. Your score after 2 periods here from Grossinger Motors Arena. It's Illinois State 1 and Illinois 1. We're back for the third period after this. You're watching Illinois State Hockey on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Illinois State Redbird Hockey would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of this year's team. Young America Realty in Normal. Team Automotive and Tire in Normal. Midwest Equipment in Normal. Morris Avenue Garage, Bloomington. DP Doe in Normal, your sponsor of your Division I Player of the Game. Prairie Signs in Normal. And Grosso's Garage in Bloomington. Back at Grossinger Motors Arena, L.A. Decker with you as we are set for the third and final regulation period of this contest. Illinois and Illinois State tied at 1 apiece as the teams will switch sides. And again, Illinois State will be operating from right to left as we see it along with you here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel here in period number 3. So far, just 2 goals and no assists in the game. Both goals have been unassisted. Kasper Gombarczyk at the 1:01 mark of the second, and Alex Matsis at the 16:29 mark of the second period. The only scoring in the contest so far tonight. A reminder, Illinois State Redbird Hockey is presented by our great sponsors, and we thank them for their support. Young America Realty, Team Automotive and Tire, Midwest Equipment, Morris Avenue Garage, Prairie Signs, Grosso's Garage, and DP Doe, and we thank them for supporting Redbird Hockey. So we are just about set for the third and final stanza in this one. We'll start 4-on-4 for the next 13 seconds, and then the penalties will be over to John Crossan and Matt Papa Christendu. And we will be ready to go once again. Here's the faceoff won by Illinois State, and the Redbirds have control of the puck to start the third period. Baumstark couldn't get it at center ice. It's stolen away, picked up by Mike Fortune. His shot blocked by Joe D'Alessandro. And both teams are back at full strength. Pass back out to the point. Here's a shot taken. That one blocked as Crossan got an opportunity. Now Baumstark sends one in. Kind of a knuckleball, a knuckle puck, if you will. Kind of handcuffed Wardell, but he did keep it out of the net. Back out to the point in Gilbert. He'll fire one. That one blocked by the Illini defense. Picked up by Smatt. He lost it at center. And Gilbert bangs it off the dasher. Baumstark takes it to the circle. Centered it across. Nobody home. And John Crossan there for the Illini to hoist it all the way out. And this one will be an icing call against Illinois. So 61 seconds gone by here in the third period. And the faceoff will go into the Illini zone. And it will go to the left of Tyler Wardell. Connor Tully will take the faceoff for Illinois State. And Kasper Gombarczyk takes the faceoff. Here's Connor Young with a shot off the faceoff. That one stopped by Wardell. Rebound to the far corner. Matsis tries to hold it in. Gets knocked away from him. And picked up at center. And sent in by Tyler Byhoon. And now a whistle stopping play as the play was offside coming into the zone for Illinois. So the faceoff will come back out to neutral ice. Or correction, it's going to be a penalty. Going to be a roughing call against Alex Matsis. Illinois State penalty number 37, Alex Matsis. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 1:15, third period. Illinois State penalty, Matsis. 2 minutes for roughing at 1:13. As Michael Leonard had the puck on the doorstep and was able to keep it away from the back of the net or crossing the goal line as pressure applied by the Illini power play. And the Redbirds will take the face-off. Let's take a look at that replay as we were getting that announcement. Leonard made the first save and was able to make the second save as well. Now the Redbirds clear it out of the zone as Trevor Glass hoists it out and takes it all the way down the ice with him. The Illini flying forward. Losing it at center, Gombarczyk will pick it up and start back up. To Viane. Viane at center. Drops it off to Tyler Byhoon. Bihun. Now Jackson Byhoon will fire one. Kick save by Leonard. He sends it into the corner as Gumbarczyk had it knocked away, and the Redbirds clear it back into the Illini zone. Quickly back as Gumbarczyk tried to center it, knocked away by by Braun, and he hammers it length of the ice. Final minute of play in the Illini power play, 17:35 remaining in the third. Geringer over the line. Sends it forward to Konasek. Konasek around back to the far side. Comes back out to the point. Now near side. Controls the puck. Goes to Smat. Leo Smat sends it back out to Dom Fisher. Fisher at the line. Sends one into the middle. It's knocked down by the Redbirds and sent down by Flynn. 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Bad pass that time as Sprunk sent it across, but everybody peeled off and started moving forward. So back to get it is Geringer. Quickly ahead to Deedon. Deedon holds in the corner. Drops it down low as the penalty is over for Illinois State, and both teams back at full strength as Grigg sends it ahead to Matsis, who breaks out. Matsis cuts into the slot, moves in and scores! Alex Matsis with a gorgeous move gives the Redbirds a 2-1 lead. Oh my goodness, what a play! Oliver Grigg triggered it. Matsis pulled it back, got it in, and beat Tyler Wardell for the second time tonight. And the Redbirds take a 2-1 lead. I'm thinking they're going to give Grigg the assist on that one. We'll see. But what a night so far for Alex Matsis. Redbirds again winning the faceoff. Brandenburg poked forward by Grigg and now sent into the Illini zone. Illinois State goal is second of the game, scored by number 37, Alex Matsis. Assisted by number 38, Oliver Grigg. Time of the goal, 3:27, third period. Redbird goal scored by Matsis, assisted by Grigg at 3:27. So Illinois State now playing for the lead at 2-1. As Grigg gets control of the puck and sends it back in the neutral ice. Nate Gertstein goes to get it for Illinois. Sent back toward the Redbird end, but Panos there to stop it. Now Byhoon will fire one in, and it was Tyler Byhoon with a shot. That one went wide of the target. Now the puck popped into the air and finally comes down. Here's a quick shot. Leonard with a save on the opportunity in front by DeGonzales. Back out to the point. Sent wide by Gertstein. At the line, held in. Geringer with a shot. That one went over the target. Held in behind the net. DeGonzales digs it out of the corner. Got it over to Lindstrom. Lindstrom sends it far side. Konasek sent it out. Redbirds trying to send it forward. They had Brandenburg breaking, but couldn't get it to him as Braun tried to swipe it ahead. Now a quick pass ahead as Geringer had it knocked away on the slot, and the Redbirds able to send it out to the line. Braun back to D'Alessandro. Spins it back to Braun, and the Redbirds get some space and control. Flynn into the zone, drops it off for Trevor Barrett, who fires one. That one blocked in front. Braun with an opportunity, but Wardell is there to glove it down for Illinois. Sometimes you just never know about a play. That one kind of looked broken, disjointed, and if I can borrow one from professional wrestling announcer Jim Ross, like shoe leather ugly. Here's a shot up front by Gilbert. That one sticked aside by Wardell. Stolen away by the Redbirds. Braun in front. Quick backhand in front. Barron couldn't get to the puck. Now the puck stolen away by the Illini. They move forward. Over the line is Fortune. Had it knocked off his stick by Flynn. Ahead to Glass. Glass spins in the corner. He gets trapped. A penalty coming up. Let's see who that's going to be on. Some pushing and shoving going on in the corner, but let's see who's going off the ice. It's a penalty on Illinois. So Illinois State will go back to the power play. 0 for 2 on the power play, though, for tonight. Illinois penalty number 17, Jackson Byhoon, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 5:57, third period. Illini penalty, Jackson Byhoon, 2 minutes for roughing at 5:57. Redbirds have it as Brandenburg. Drops it down low. On the near side, Panos. Back out to the point, Gilbert. Spins it back around behind the net. Barrett sends it forward. Redbirds trying to hold it in, due for a moment. Now Josh Gilbert keeps it from a long lead pass. Otherwise, that could have been a breakaway opportunity shorthanded. Instead, the Redbirds in the zone. Grigg had it knocked away. Picked up by the Illini. Here comes Viane. Viane one-on-one, moves in. Saved by Leonard! The rebound kicked over to the near corner. Still in Viane's possession. He takes it over to the far corner, now puts it behind the net. And finally the Redbirds get control of it. 1 minute remaining in the Redbird power play. 13 minutes for the contest. Brandenburg sends it in around the dasher. To the far side it goes. Panos sends it back to the near side to Barron. Barron in the corner, comes out to the circle. Moves into the slot. Sends it across, pass knocked away. Nice job by Sprunk to deflect the pass, and it's picked up by Sprunk, and he'll send it across ice and out of danger. Lupo back to get it for Illinois State. 30 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Redbirds. Matsis sends it ahead, but it's deflected, and Illinois gets control and sends it right back into the Redbird zone. Final 20 of the power play. Lupo getting pressured, sends it forward to Young, back to Lupo, lost the handle and cleared back into the Redbird end by Mike Fortune, and that will effectively kill off the remainder of the Redbird power play opportunity. So the penalty to Jackson Byhoon is over, and both teams are back at full strength. Lindstrom on the near boards, played by Lupo, takes him into the corner. Sent around to the back of the net. Now some pushing and shoving. Looks like there's some loose equipment down the ice. There's a penalty coming up. That's going to be on Illinois State. As the Redbirds get control of the puck, a penalty coming up against Illinois State will send Illinois to the power play. Going to be a roughing call against Michael Lupo. Illinois State penalty number 61, Michael Lupo, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 8:22, third period. Redbird penalty, Lupo, 2 minutes for roughing at 8:22. At the line, a quick shot taken by Fisher. That one went wide of the target. Tyler Byhoon goes to get it. Sends it back out to the point. Fake shot by Enright. Back to Tyler Byhoon. Sends it across looking for Gumbarczyk, and now the Redbirds able to get it out to neutral ice. Oliver Grigg clears it, and it goes the length of the ice. Illinois back to get it, starting the power play back up. Fisher Sends it across to the far side to VA and over the line. Goes back behind the Redbird cage. Going back to get it, Tyler Byhoon along with David Flynn in front. Here's a shot blocked up into the air by Leonard. Sent aside and sent out by Flynn off the dasher. And the Redbirds able to clear it out. 45 seconds remaining in the Illini power play. 10-20 for the game. Bill Konasek winds it up for the Illini. Moves through center ice, gets over the Redbird line. Konasek cuts in at the far circle. Sends it back out to the point. Here's a shot taken by Sprunk. That one blocked by the Redbirds. Sent out to neutral ice. Grigg gets to it. Grigg moves in. Centering pass across back to Grigg. They move it backhand. What a save by Wardell! And the Redbirds had a shorthanded opportunity and couldn't cash in. Now it's sent in by Sprunk behind the net. Sends it over to Garinger. Garinger in the far corner. Got it over to Smat. Back out top for Sprunk. Sends it across. It's blocked away by Papa Christian as the penalty is over to Lupo. Both teams back at full strength. Redbirds trying to get to it as Panos hacks at it. Finally sent in by Tyler Byhoon. Leonard plays it over to the near corner. Picked up by D'Alessandro. Now pushed ahead by Panos. Trying to get it to Brandenburg. Couldn't get it to him. Now crisscross. Here's Tyler Byhoon over the line. Moves in. Sticked aside by Leonard. Picked up by Brandenburg on the far board. Sends it across ice to Baumstark. Missed connection. Fisher tries to play to the near side. Got it to D'Alessandro. Now Brandenburg back over the line for the Redbirds. Sends it across. Tries to find Panos. It's knocked away by Fisher. Now the puck deflected into the crowd, and the faceoff will stay in the Illini zone. 8:49 to play in the third. This one's getting a little bit tight around the collar. 2-1 is the score. Look at this play by Tyler Wardell. Beautiful job holding that far post and keeping contact with it with his skate to deny the opportunity. Redbirds win the faceoff as Gilbert sends a shot wide of the target. Sprunk clears it out of the zone into neutral ice. Now it pops up into the air, finally picked up by Biereski. And I'm butchering that name, and I apologize up front, but we didn't get pronunciation, so I'm going with the best I can do. Here's Byhoon picking it up in his own zone, and now a penalty coming up, a slashing call coming up. Let's see who's going off. It will be on Illinois. Slashing call on Illinois will give the Redbirds a power play opportunity. So Vincent Enright will pick up the penalty. And the Redbirds back on the power play. Illinois penalty number 15, Vincent Enright, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 11:36, third period. Illini penalty, Enright, 2 minutes for slashing at 11:36. Sent around to the far boards. Delayed offside was called, but everybody cleared out for Illinois, so the Redbirds go get it. Lupo sends it forward to Connor Tully. Tully ahead to Trevor Glass. Glass gets pinned along the boards on the near side, and Illini try to hammer it out. Glass able to hold it in, gets run into the boards, pays the price to keep it in. Colin Young tries to push it forward, and the Illini able to clear at the length of the ice. Leonard comes out to play it, sends it right back up ice quickly to Matsis. Matsis will move in, looking for the hat trick. Matsis cuts around the net, comes back to the far side, drops it off to Connor Tully. Looks for Matsis cutting back in, couldn't get it out. Redbirds hold it in at the line. Send it in, but it's swept aside by Fisher out to neutral ice. 50 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Redbirds. Garinger will send it down the length of the ice. And a forechecker moving in. It's Tyler Byhoon. It's as Leonard came out to play it. The Illini clear it once again. Final 30 seconds of the power play. Gilbert starts it out for the Redbirds. Over to Barrett. Into the middle for Brandenburg. Brandenburg over the line. Looks to go inside. Now takes it to the corner. Comes around the back of the net. Picked up by Garinger. And Garinger will get it out to neutral ice. 10 seconds remaining in the power play. Here's Brandenburg. Lost it at the line. The line I try to clear it, can't get to it. Brandenburg has it. Penalty over, both teams at full strength. Quick shot, that one hit the post, it looked like on the outside. Brandenburg drops it back off to Panos in the corner. Centering pass by Barrett. Goes all the way back down into Redbird territory. Leonard sends it right back up ice where it came from. Panos quickly over the line. Sends it into the corner. The Illini chase it down. Fisher. Sent over the far side to Fortune. Back to Fisher. Redbirds hold it in. Traska got to it first. Now at the line, Adam Traska. Sets it up for Barrett. Now in the slot, Gonzalez has to play it over to the corner. Panos gets to it. Panos sends it up the boards. It's tipped away by Leo Smat into neutral ice. 5.5 minutes to play in regulation. 2-1, Illinois State the lead. Back to get it, Dom Fisher. Tipped by Smat. Picked up by Fortune. Sends it up ice. Just out of the reach of Konasek. Gonzalez plays it back to Traska. Held in the corner. Here's a centering pass blocked away by Gonzalez and picked up by Matsis. Tries to get it out of the zone, can't do it. Now finally carried out of the zone, and Matsis tried to play it forward but couldn't do it. Smack gets hit by Traska and lost the puck. Sent back into neutral ice, where it's picked up by Gerstein. Gerstein sends it in. Knocked down by Leonard. He plays it and keeps it in play to Gonzalez. Behind the net to Traska on the far side. And it's hoisted out to center. Garinger sends it over to Gerstein. Now over the line. Tyler Byhoon got sandwiched between two Redbirds, and Walt Baumstark comes away with the puck. Baumstark had a pocket pick. Byhoon got to it. Dropped it off. Found Viane. Lost the handle. Redbirds get it back. Here comes Alex Matsis. Matsis will fire one into the catching glove of Tyler Wardell. And the Illini netminder will hang on for a face-off with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in this one. Illinois State clinging to a 2-1 lead. And a timeout going to be called by Illinois. Timeout, Illinois. So the Fighting Illini take their timeout with 4:10 to play. They'll talk some strategy. They're also going to figure out when head coach Bill Crawford wants to pull the netminder and get that sixth attacker on the ice and try to force the action to get that tying goal. My guess is it's going to probably be when most teams normally do it, around the 90-second mark. But that remains to be seen. For the Redbirds, it's been the Alex Matsis show tonight. He's had two absolutely spectacular goals, one on a breakaway, and the other one was probably even better than the first. And we'll see those goals once again in our post-game highlights. At least I hope we will. I'm fairly certain we will. They are highlight-worthy goals and definitely worthy of being seen once again. So both teams break the huddle. The face-off will be to the left of Tyler Wardell. Here's the face-off, pushed forward, and the Illini able to control it. Enright sends it forward. Here's DeConcilis over the line. Sends it into the corner. Mac Papa Christian do. Back pass. Sent it over to Lindstrom, who tried to send it out to the point. Missed connection, and the Illini go back to get it. Enright had his pass knocked away. Redbirds able to get to it as Panos trying to play it forward. Stolen away by Jack Lindstrom. Lindstrom moves forward ahead of steam over the line. Lost the handle on the puck, and it's swept aside by the Redbirds. Mike Fortune and Jackson Byhoon get to it. Here's a quick shot. That one tipped wide that time as Sean Vienne had a chance. Now the net has come off the moorings prior to the shot as Leonard was moving one way and the puck came back the other way, very similar to the first goal scored by Kasper Gimbarczyk. So with the net off the moorings, both teams will take a quick moment to get things squared away, and now Illinois State has taken their timeout, it looks like. Timeout, Illinois State. So the Redbirds will take their timeout with 3:16 to play here in period number 3. Shots on goal still in favor of the Redbirds at 35-29. Although here in this period, the Illini have outshot Illinois State by an 11-7 count. So we will see how long Coach Crawford decides he wants to keep Tyler Wardell in the net. At this point, he's going to keep him in as Wardell skates back toward his cage. And the Redbirds break their huddle, and Michael Leonard will skate back toward his. So face-off in the Redbird zone to the left of Michael Leonard. Sean Vienne will take the face-off against David Flynn. Face-off won by the Illini. Quick face-off win. Gimbarczyk couldn't get a shot away as his stick got tied up, and the Redbirds able to clear it out to neutral ice. Ben Sprunk sends it forward. No icing called. Gilbert goes back to get it. Dug out by Braun, and he sends it to neutral ice. Once again, the Illini dump it in. Gilbert sends it high off the dasher, and it goes into the Redbird bench, so the face-off will stay in the Illinois State end with 2:48 to play in the third. So the Illini go get a change. Now the Redbirds are going to counter that change. They'll keep the same defenseman on, but they'll bring out new forwards. This time Connor Tully will take the face-off. Illinois wins it again. Quick shot by Fisher went wide of the target. Matsis tied up along the boards near side. Dumped in by Jackson Byhoon. Sent ahead, Redbirds get to it first. Here's Connor Tully. 3-on-1 if he hurries, but offside is called. The only player that I could imagine the offside would be on would have been Colin Young, who might have been just a stride ahead of that play on the near side of the ice, far side of the play. So the face-off in neutral ice with 2:27 left in the third. Face-off won by the Redbirds. Glass sends it into the Illini zone. The Illini get to it, Fisher. Sends it forward off the boards as Leo Smat sends it ahead. Here's a quick shot. Leonard with the save and a beauty. Michael Leonard able to get to that one. And now with the faceoff going into the Illinois State zone with 2:14 to play, Tyler Wardell has come off the ice and the sixth attacker will come on for Illinois. Six attackers on the ice for Illinois. As one of the Illini players was like, wait a minute, we only got 5 people? No, we have 6. There's no goalie. Oh, yeah, I'm going back in. It'll be Leo Smat taking the faceoff, pushed back into the corner, sent around the boards and all the way around and out. And the play will not be icing. Play continues on. Sprunk sends it forward to Fisher. Fisher lost the handle, picked up by Tyler Byhoon. Over the line, behind the goal line. Goes around to the far side, back out to the point. Sprunk over to Fisher. Fisher centers it in front, just wide of the target as Smat was open for a moment. Banked off the boards and going down toward the net. This one will be icing against Illinois State. It was not on net, So icing still called with 94 seconds remaining. And the Redbirds, again, with Illinois having the extra attacker on the ice, will have a face-off in their own end. It'll be to the right of Michael Leonard. Face-off push, Traska sends it back out to the line. Geringer sends it across. Quick shot in traffic, blocked down by the Redbirds, picked up by Panos. Panos will get to the line and will dump it. He can't get it in, though. Find the Redbirds able to send it in from the red line, and icing will be called against Illinois State with 75 seconds remaining in regulation. Once again, a face-off in the Redbird zone to the right of Michael Leonard. Phil Konasek will take the face-off for Illinois against Oliver Grigg for the Redbirds. He gets it to Traska, does Grigg. Sent around to the far side. Behind the net it goes. Traska able to get to it. Traska hoists it toward the line and gets it out. Held in, though, by Geringer. 1 minute to play in regulation. 1 minute remaining. Traska picks it up in the near corner. Sent out front by Konasek. Went wide of the target. DeConcilis sends it back out. That one whistled high and wide by Gumbarczyk. Here's a pass sent out front. Geringer went wide. DeConcilis back to Gumbarczyk at the point. To Geringer. Fires. Blocked away by the Redbirds. Into the corner. Grigg with 30 seconds. Sends it back out. Not out of the zone. Viane at the line. Sends it over to Gumbarczyk. Gumbarczyk sends one in. Blocked away by Lupo. Into the far corner. Lupo fights for it. Centered pass. Knocked away by the Redbirds. Still in the Redbird zone. Finally picked up by Illinois State. Here's Michael Lupo with it. He'll send it toward the line. It's not icing. Finally played with 3 seconds. Now a whistle with 1 second remaining. 1.7. And the whistle is pushing and shoving on the far side as Lupo is going to be called for a cross check. So Michael Lupo picks up a cross-checking penalty with officially 2 seconds remaining. So it'll be 6 on 4. They do reset the clock to 2.5. Clock has been reset to 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds remaining. So 2.5 seconds remain. My guess is they're going to try to push the shot immediately. Now the Redbirds unable to get the change in that they want. And now a stoppage. And they had 5 players on the ice. At the time of the faceoff, so they're going to redraw it. Now the officials are going to get together and figure out what's going on. If Lupo's in the box, there's got to be a penalty. Here's the face-off, knocked into the corner, and the Redbirds will win it. Your final score, the Illinois State Redbirds 2, the Fighting Illini of Illinois 1. Shots on goal in the third period. Illinois 14, Illinois State 7, 3-period totals. Redbirds 35, Illini 32. Illinois State penalty number 61, Michael Lupo, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 19:58, third period. Redbird penalty, Lupo, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 19:58. So that takes care of all the legal business. Let's break this one down for you as the Illinois State Redbirds were looking to sweep the series, and opening score of the contest would happen in the second period as Kasper Gumbarczyk would take the puck in the slot after a steal and kind of a fadeaway a little bit, but he did get it past goaltender Michael Leonard to make it 1-0 Illinois at the 1:01 mark of the second period. And Alex Matsis took over for the Redbirds. Here a breakaway opportunity. He made no mistake. Got it by Tyler Wardell, and the Redbirds tie it at 1 apiece in the second period with 3:31 remaining in the stanza. The Redbirds would go on and hang on the rest of the way as you'd see a beautiful goal here, as once again Alex Matsis would get the feed from Oliver Grigg. And even look at Oliver Grigg with his hands on his head. He's like, how did you do that? Look at this play by Matsis. Finally found a way to get it past Wardell for the second time. And Alex Matsis, tallying both goals in the contest, gives the Redbirds the margin of victory at 2-1. Again, shots on goal in the contest. In the third period, Redbirds were outshot 14-7 by Illinois. But for the three-period totals, the Redbirds do outshoot the Illini 35-32. So that is going to do it for us. Again, there was a Division III game scheduled for this weekend. However, that game against McKendree has been canceled and will not be here at Grossinger Motors Arena this weekend. So we will be back with you for more hockey next week right here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Stay tuned for all the time, information, and opponents right here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel for all your hockey in Central Illinois. Once again, your final score. But before I give you the final score, I do want to say thank you to our executive producer of Illinois State Redbird Hockey, Mr. Frank Blaine. A big thanks to everyone behind the scenes for all their work throughout the evening tonight. Now, I will give you that final score. Illinois State wins it by a final of 2-1 over the Fighting Illini of Illinois. If you're an Illini fan, well, I still hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If you're a Redbird fan, we know you enjoyed the results. Redbirds sweep the series, winning this one 2-1. Until next time, I'm L.A. Decker saying good night from Grossinger Motors Arena. This has been Illinois State Redbird Hockey.